Hello guys, welcome back to another Seki's Reef video, and in this video today we're going to be doing a weekly maintenance schedule and what I do for maintenance on the Waterbox Peninsula Mini 25. And before we start, I've done a few changes to the channel. I've changed the name, logo and intro and that just to fit with more of the Seki's Reef vibe. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so maintenance on this aquarium. I have been, talking about it in other videos, every there and then, but I haven't really done a proper video on full maintenance on this aquarium here. I'm just going to show you through what I really do every single week to ensure that this aquarium stays as healthy as it is. So what I mainly do is a water change. Now, water changes are one of the most important things to do while keeping an aquarium, because changing the water can help replenish minerals, get rid of waste, sort stuff like that. So there are ways to remove waste and replenish minerals without doing water changes, because I know people with some larger aquariums, it might not be as easy to do water changes on larger aquariums, but especially for a Nano Reef, water changes are a very good way to go for caring for keeping a tank healthy. So I have said that in previous videos I do quite big water changes. Today I'm only going to be doing like a 10-15% water change. Normally I do a bit bigger just because I don't have a skimmer in the aquarium and I do have quite a heavy bioload. I've already done a little water change earlier this week. That's why I'm only doing a 10% water change. Normally 10% is the way to go anyway. 10% is a good amount to go. Also, it's good to change the filter floss. It's good to change the filtration in your aquarium while doing a water change. That's probably the best time to do it. So how I really perform my water changes is I have a jerry can, one jerry can for dirty water, and then the others are filled with fresh mixed salt. What I use is just a normal siphon, one of these guys, but in my opinion this is too short for me. So what I've got here is just this other tube in which surprisingly just connects together like that, and then it just creates a longer siphon tube, which I use just this end here will just feed straight into the jerry can, and then this end I'll just use to suck up anything. Sometimes every now and then I will gravel vac. So I've got just a little gravel vac here which just goes on the end of this. Gravel vacuum is probably a good idea to keep your sand clean. For quite a long time in this aquarium I didn't gravel vac, but now I've started doing it again and I can really see the differences. But the only thing is you don't want to do too much gravel vacuum because it can put lots of nutrients into the water. So I like to do that in stages and only gravel vac the areas that really need it. About how I pump the water back into the aquarium, pump the fresh water back into the aquarium. I know people use they put a spare pump inside and just run it through. I haven't really worked out how to do that. So all I do is just lift it up and slowly pour it inside. Normally I'll just pour it onto a bare bit of rock so it just spreads out easily. You don't want to pour it straight onto a coral. It'll probably stress it out a bit, but just be careful where you pour it. You don't want to pour it straight onto the sand, because of course the sand will get all kicked up and it might go on corals and stuff. This is just basic stuff really. So without further ado, let's actually do the water change. Right then. So here's the jerry can I was talking about. This is my dirty jerry can. You can see it's actually very dirty. So this is where my wastewater is going in, and here's my fresh water. and that's just going to be going into the aquarium. It's pretty straightforward, so let's just get to it. So I like to turn everything off, the heater, pumps, you know, everything except the light, so I can see what I'm doing. What I like to do is just place the jerry cans next to each other so I know how much I need to take out just to replace. So I'm starting to siphon now. So this part's pretty simple, so let's just go for a little time lapse here. So I'll be right back when I've removed my water. So here's the tank when I'm doing the water change. As you can see, I would say this is a good amount for my size of the tank. And here the jerry cans at the bottom, so that's the dirty, that's the fresh. Just place them next to each other so I can check the levels, see how much I've took out. You can see it's roughly the same. But if we look top down here, look at that Fabia, that's really nice. Clownfish are starting to get along a bit more. Like I said, the anemone's gone, the poor sexy shrimp's still there, but the anemone's disappeared. That's because the anemone's down here now. I think this is a good spot for the anemone. I mean, I like the spot for it, but the only thing is that there's a lot of reds around this area now, and there's not as much reds over here. Look at these clownfish. They're really getting along with each other now. But yeah, look at that. Amazing torch coral there. The Gorgonia is a bit exposed to air. But yeah, that's basically what I do for water change. So without further ado, let's actually fill this guy back up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn all the pumps back on, or well, turn the return pump on, but don't turn on the ATO yet. So just so we can level it all out, make it all good again, make the level all nice and stable again before turning on the ATO, or else it'll just be feeding lots of RO water into the system, which we do not want, because that will fluctuate the salinity. We'll just wait for it to level out. there we go. Now it's time to turn on everything else, put the net on, and that's basically how I do my water change. So and guys, all the wave makers. So here we are after the water change. Here's the NEM I was talking about. There's lots of bits in the water column, so what we want to do now is really, let me just remove this net a bit, is really want to change out the filter floss. You can see it's quite brown in there. So the filter floss I use, just looks like JBL. Sorry for the improper white balance because I'm recording my tank, but all we're going to do is just stick some of this stuff in my little filter cup, which is 3D printed, by the way. Let me try and get it out. It's just a 3D printed filter cup. It's pretty cool. I'll leave a link in the description to the model. It's a model by Kraken Corals, as you can see. It's on Thingiverse, and if you have a 3D printer, it's really cool. It's a really good thing to print. Good little filter cup. So all I'm going to do is just change out some of the filter floss, and that's it. That's really my maintenance. Of course, I have to do some tests afterwards, but I don't want to bore you with that, guys. So yeah, that's basically it. Okay, so that's how I really do maintenance on the aquarium. It's pretty simple. It doesn't really get much easier than that. So that's really how I do my maintenance, and what I do works for me. The corals are great, or the LPS corals are great. The softies are great. Not sure about SPS because I'm not really an SPS guy. I like to just keep LPS dominated aquariums, but yeah, it works for me, so that's good. You just really need to find like a maintenance schedule that works for you, because you know every tank is different. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked my new little intro and logo and stuff, and if you did really like this video, consider subscribing and liking. That's really appreciated to me. And other than that, guys, thank you for watching this video, and like always, happy reefing.